Hi guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing fine. So welcome back to Anidebezi Beauty as usual. And if you're new here, you're very much welcome. And if you're my old subscriber, you're also very much welcome. So today I'm going, as you've seen the title, I'm going to show you my foundation routine. For it's as easy for beginners because
you hurt me, you did several times. Still I'm better with than without you. Oh, I'm on it, I want it, but why do you seem to call it your
own? As you can see, my face, I don't have a lot. This is just kind of concealer that I brushed there. So I don't have a lot on my face. Like, my face is not perfect, but it's not problematic also. So I usually use just a little bit tiny of foundation, but if you have a problematic skin, or if your skin is acting up, maybe you can use concealer for to cover the blemishes before you put on foundation. But for me, I don't need that because, as you can see guys, which I'm very thankful, and but I'm going to show you my foundation routine and what I do and how I do it. So with no further ado, let's jump right into. So guys, for the first product that I usually use is my primer. So primer, I use this primer. Primer is used for priming your face, and also it acts like a barrier, or like a between product between your face and your foundation. So I'm going to use this inflammable from L'Oreal mattifying base. You can use any, we have a lot of primers from different companies, and we have dewy primers, we have matte primers. If matte primers are for oily skin or the combination, whatever you like, but if you have a dry skin, I'll advise you to use a dewy primer so you don't get that dry and cracking, all that stuff. So me, I have a combination skin, so I'm going to use this matte. I can use dewy, I can use matte, so I'm going to use this one for today. And guys, if you like me to do a different video where I show you kind of primers that I have, or the kind of primers that I usually use, please comment down in the description, in the comment section, so I can do that video for you guys. So showing you the primers that I have and the primers that I find very nice, and also price wise. Okay, so guys, that is the first thing that I'm going to use. That is a primer. And then, of course, you need your foundation because it's a foundation routine. So today I'm going to use this Milani, and this is Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1. And yeah, it's a very nice foundation. You can use any foundation of your choice. And also, if you want me to do a foundation collection, if you want me to show you kind of foundations that I have high-end, I have drugstore foundation, and I have a very good foundations that also have a very good price. So I'm going to use this Milani, and then I'm going to use my brush for applying my foundation. So I'm going to use this brush. I bought it in my local beauty supply called Kruidvat here in Holland, if you live in the Netherlands. So it's like it's a flat brush. And then I'm also going to use a sponge. So you can use sponge. There's a lot of sponges. I have a lot of sponges you can use, but I'm going to use this one, and this one is from Douglas. I buy them in small, like I buy them like these ones, like 12 in a pack, and they are very soft and yeah, smooth, and I just like them. And I also have other I have other sponges that I use. I have from Techniques. I have Beauty Blender, original Beauty Blenders, and I also have these ones. So you can use any of your choice. And guys, I usually don't wet my sponge. The reason is why I don't use I don't wet my sponge is because I use a minimal amount of foundation, and when I use I realized when I use a wet sponge, the wetness just remove the small product that I have on my face, and it just disappears. So I'm like having patches on my face. So I don't wet my sponge. So that's why I usually use a dry sponge, and it's also give me that perfect finish that I like. So after that, I'm going to use I'm also going to use my concealer, and that's this is for highlighting, but I have also a video I will put, either it will come after this or before this video, so you guys, you will see, because there is where I use concealer to highlight and contour. So guys, with no further ado, what are we waiting? Let's jump right into it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that red button, subscribe down there, and also don't forget to click the bell, so every time I upload new video, you get a notification that I have new video on my channel. Please do subscribe and hit the bell. I will really appreciate it. Will motivate me, and it will give me morale to do more video, guys. So thank you very much, and let's jump right into. So please guys, when you're putting your foundation, make sure you blend your foundation very nicely. So I'm going to show you, as now I've used my brush, but I'm going to set it with my sponge like I've told you, and I'm just going to tap that in. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want the foundation to look like skin-like. I'm going to show you guys, and you're going to see that how I'm going to do one side, and then I will let you see how the finish, it looks different. And also the sponge removes the extra foundation that I don't need, if that is making sense. And it's blend everything, looks settled and everything, and like nicely. So you can see guys how that is smooth, the smoothness that I get after blending with the going in with my sponge. You get like a skin like. So guys, you can see this side and this side. You can see the difference. You can see the difference that this side is settled, is more skin-like, yeah? Because I've with the sponge, I've removed some extra foundation that was lying on my face. Like, you know, if you know what I mean. I don't know if I'm making sense, but if you know what I mean. And then it gives that smooth finish. And this side, we use the brush, which is fine, but still we can see that it's not settled on the face. So I can put it this side. This looks like skin-like, and then this side we still see some foundation lying on top of the face, like on top. You can see here you don't see that. So let's go and blend that out. So this actually is one of my tricks, what I use to get that skin-like kind of foundation. And blend your foundation nicely, because first of all, when you're choosing your foundation, make sure it matches your neck, so you don't have to apply also on your neck. For me, I don't like applying foundation on my neck, although sometimes I do, because sometimes you find some products, some companies, they don't have exact your shade, so you have to work with what you have, you know. So but make sure when you're matching your foundation with your skin, make sure you match it with your neck, so you don't have that mask looking like. As you can see, guys, I don't have that, and I don't have to put foundation on my neck, because if you're going to wear a white top, white dress, anything white, or even something light yellow, then the foundation is going to go to your, which is not a very good look. So you make sure you have you match your foundation with your neck, so you don't have to have that kind of mask look, if that makes sense. So you guys, you can see the way you see it's the same now, because I've used the sponge to blend your foundation. Don't be in a hurry when you're blending your foundation. Blend your foundation. And like I've said, if you have a problematic skin or you have blemishes, you can first go with the corrector. We have a lot of products, correctors. You can use LA Girl, they have a lot of products. You just search and you will get it. For me, I don't have those ones because I don't have the color corrector unless I'm using it on a client. If I have a client that have blemishes, then I have for clients. But for myself, I really don't need it. So just blend it nicely. Make sure you blend it. And like I've said, guys, you don't need a lot of foundation if you don't have a problematic skin. Most of the time, even when I go my daily makeup, I usually don't use my foundation. I just use my concealer under eye, because when I wake up in the morning and I have errands to run, some things to do here and there, sometimes you wake up and you're like a little bit tired, so I just use my concealer under my eye, just a little bit. And also most of the time, when I use my daily concealer, I just use concealer my color, so I just pat it down here and then I'm good to go, and then I just set it and then I'm good to go. But when I want to put on foundation, this is how I put my foundation. And yes, guys, so as you can see how that matches and how it's settled. It's just, let me come closer. You see how it's settled in my skin. You can still see that my skin is, yeah, you have to check well that, yeah. So this is how I usually do my foundation, guys. And if you like seeing this, if you like, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to highlight and contour a little bit. And I usually do, I'm not going to tell you about my highlight and contouring because I'm going to upload a video. It's either before this or after this. So you guys, let me just finish my face and then I come back. Okay